Today we're bringing you guys another Minecraft video. Today we are actually doing a bee farm tutorial. So just a little bit of a tutorial on bee farms, the honey blocks, stuff like that, and some of the bee mechanics. We're not going to go too in depth with bee mechanics just yet, but we'll go over just building a module for this, and then obviously it's expandable. You can make this as big as you want. And we'll show you another design towards this farm that we can do as well, which is just as efficient. So first of the things that we need to explain is with bees, how many bees can be in each hive. So you can have up to 3 bees per hive. So with that being said, about 3 bees per grass block that you have. Bee breeding is super easy. They breed with flowers, so you can use like poppies and stuff. If you have an iron farm, you can get a ton of poppies and you can feed them with poppies, or breed them with poppies. You don't have to use blue dandelions and stuff like that. You don't have to use the cornflowers or anything, or dandelions or whatever. You have to. So now there's a few different variations for this farm, right? You can do one that's got shears, which will give you honeycombs, and then you can do one with bottles, which will give you honey bottles, and you need 4 honey bottles to make 1 honey block. So that's just how, that's the item output. So this right here is going to be the output chest, right? This is where all of our items from the bees will come once they get sheared out. This is an input filler chest for the, sorry, I'm still a little sick, for the bottles that are going to go into here, or shears for that matter, whichever farm you're making. You can make both variations out of this. It's up to you guys, it really doesn't matter, but this is just the variation of the farm. This is just a really small version of the farm. Now bees only come out when it's night and when it's daytime and it's not raining, so only when the weather is sunny and clear they come outside. Now this obviously really affects production. So one of the best spots I recommend building this is in the end or in the nether. As the end, there is no day-night cycle and there's no rain either, so they can just kind of come out and come and go as they please, and you can just AFK at the farm and get loads and loads of honey bottles. Currently on the Survival Craft server, we are building a really oversized bee farm on the server right now in the end. Now once you get too big of a farm, some things we should explain is that with the mob cap and stuff like that, you are gonna have lag problems. Like, it's gonna lag just with the amount of entities that are loading and stuff like that. So this is a really simple design on the design of this farm. So this is a really simple design. It's super easy to use, and there doesn't take much to build. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get right into building this farm. Like I said, we're going to show you a couple different variations of it. We're going to show you this one, then we're going to show you how to stack them and tier them up that way. So with that being said, I will see you once we get the materials together, or once I get the material chest put together you're going to need for this farm to build just one module. And then you guys can just multiply that for however many modules you want to build. So I'll see you guys once we get to that part of the video. Alright, so we're back, and we do have the amount of materials required to build each one of these, each module, or just a single module. You should only need 2 building blocks to start out with, and then you only need a grass block and a beehive. And actually you need 4 building blocks, my apologies. See, we need 4 of these. So you need 4 building blocks and 4 pieces of redstone. There you go. I just forgot to put redstone in there, but that is the complete building or items that you need to build one module. Each chest, 1 for the top for your shears or whatever, and then 1 for the bottom for your output. So that's 1 module's worth. So I'll let you guys get a look at that, and then we'll go ahead and get started. You guys can also optionally choose to build the quartz stairs in there with your items and whatever else you want to build around it, but that's just the standard output for the farm. So yep. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our building block. We're just gonna use the same thing. I only want 1 because I don't know, I'm just OCD like that. So grab our comparator, our dust, our glass, our grass blocks as well, a beehive, and we'll grab a dispenser to dispense our bottles. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and build just a single module. So we're going to start out the grass block here, then we're going to place 3 pieces of glass around like that, right? So now, but this is ensuring, oh yeah, we need a hopper as well, sorry. What this is ensuring is that our bee isn't going to fly out anywhere, or our bees are not going to fly out anywhere. So now we're going to go ahead and build our output chest, right? So this is going to be our output chest for this module. Now we're going to go ahead and put a hopper into that, right? Now this hopper is what's going to collect the stuff coming out of the beehive. And then we'll go ahead and place in a beehive, just like that, facing the front. You don't want it facing any other way. You want this dark hole in the front, otherwise the bees can get out at the side, they can get out of this side or in the back, so it has to be towards the front. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to place our dispenser facing down into the beehive like that, and then we're going to place a hopper into there like that. Now this ensures that bees cannot get out. They can't come through this space, they're too big. So there's no way that they can get out. Now this comes our next spot, so we're going to go ahead and build 2 blocks up here and 2 blocks towards the back. Okay, so this block will be our comparator. We'll place down our redstone glass, or our redstone dust. We'll place in 2 pieces of glass here and another one there, and this guy will layer up to there. Okay, and then that's 1 module. Now for this to be expandable, all we have to do to build more modules, break that, place that along, and then build this down. Then all we need to do from there, if I can aim properly, is extend the rest of the farm. Like so. And then the rest of our farm is ready. So again, build up our 2 blocks, build out 2 blocks here, go ahead with our comparators, put our comparators in our redstone, hook up our redstone this way, and then hook the rest of it up this way. So then that way we have 4 modules. Now I would recommend doing probably like 10 of these at max, just so that way you're not having too many bees in one area. Not that that really matters, but just maybe in case like you really don't want to have too many bees in one section, then you can have more sections up or whatever. I mean, you can do them as long as you want, but we do all of ours at 10 long, and then stack them 5 high, so on both sides. Now this is just one single module, right? We have to get our flour first. So this is the flour that we do need for the farm. So this is a pretty standard farm. It's super easy to build. Doesn't take too much resources. Now another sort of farm that you can build, you can stack these on top of each other, and we'll actually show you how to do that right after we show you how to do the second side. So you'll have one module over here, you'll have another one over here. Now this module works the exact same way as that one. We'll place in our grass blocks, get our hoppers placed down, place down our beehives, and then place down our dispensers. Awesome. And then hoppers into those dispensers. So it should look something similar to this, and then build our concrete blocks on the back, our building blocks. Like I said, the material list I gave you guys earlier were for 1 module. If you need more, if you're going to build more modules, just multiply that number by how many modules you want to build, and you'll have the proper amount. So now we're going to go ahead and continue with our glass. And now the redstone that connects it. So this is the bee farm for one level. And place down our cornflowers. Like I said, these don't have to be cornflowers, they can be anything that you want them to be. And yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and do our chests for our second layer. So this is going to be building our second layer. So what we want to do is we want to put our chest just like this on top, one above the dispensers. Create another hopper line across. Okay. And then we'll place our grass blocks. Well, actually, that would be an issue. So we'll build this up another block, sorry. So that way we have a one gap between our hopper blocks and our feed, or our grass blocks and our feed for that. Okay, so that's going to be the feed for this. And then, like I said, you can do waterways and stuff between each module. It really just depends, and the best place to build this is, in fact, in the end. Just because there's so much, like, the daylight doesn't affect them. It'll be 10 times more efficient that way. And therefore, you'll just have a way more efficient farm. I'm not exactly sure the item output per hour of a big massive one like this. The smaller ones are probably around like 500 an hour maybe. It really depends on where you build it at and how big it is. But one like this size is very minimal. It doesn't put out too much, but I mean, you'll get a couple stacks within an hour in the end, so probably like 2 or 3 stacks, so maybe like 120 an hour probably. maybe more, maybe less, but it's going to be around in that range. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and place in our redstone. Oh, sorry. Our placeholder blocks here. And now this is the stacked module. Alright, so that's the new module put in. Okay, and that is everything. So that's how you stack the 2 modules on top of each other. We'll go ahead and do it over on this side as well, just to make sure that we understand what we're doing here. Okay. We said place our chest in, and then hopper line to the chest, and then beehives on top of our hoppers. And then finally dispensers. And then lastly hoppers into those dispensers. And that's the entire front part built. Now I just had to build the backs. Comparators out. And this guy in there. Boom. And that would be, oh, hold on, one more, there we go. And that's the entire second story module. And that's the bee farm. So it's just a bunch of different little bee farms. This is probably the more efficient way, in my opinion. This is how we do it on our Survival Crafts server, or how we're going to be doing it. Tested, it works, so it's very nice. Now all you have to do is, to get it working, you have to put in bees. So let's just get a bee, spawn egg, and then we'll get a bottle. You need empty glass bottles for these, and we'll just go ahead and fill each one of these up. So once you fill each one of these up, you can go ahead and put your bee in here. Remember I said 3 per module, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and go with the time set day and weather clear. And they should start coming out here in a minute. Any minute to give us our items, or to start breeding on the flowers, and hopefully that they do come out, because this would be pretty pretty funny if they didn't. Alright, there they come. Now they're gonna mix and mingle in there, get the pollen, start pollinating things. And yeah. Look for next week. We're gonna do a redstone video on honey blocks as well, that explain basically whether or not, or like how honey blocks work and how they work with big redstone machines, stuff like that, how we can use them for big auto miners and whatnot. So stay tuned for that video. That will be coming out very, very soon. So now we'll go ahead and wait until they start producing some honey. And yeah, so this is the farm for the most part. It's very, very efficient, very small, not too big. It works really, really well in my opinion. They'll start going in and producing some honey bottles here in a minute. Alright. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But yes, this is the bee farm. But this is going to be the bee farm for the 1.15 bee farm tutorial. This is the entire farm. Like I said, I really hope you guys like it. It's 100% expandable. It's really, really easy to build. It's not very resource intensive. And like I said, you guys can build the item collection points however you'd like. It doesn't have to be like this, the item collections with the chests and stuff like that. So you guys can kind of build those however you want. But this is just the base layout for it. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I want you guys to smash that like button for me, and remember to like, comment, subscribe for more content. Let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments below. See you next. And yeah, this is the 1.15.1 bee farm tutorial. I hope it explains some more, and like I said, stay tuned for next week Tuesday. We'll be uploading a honey block redstone tutorial on how honey blocks work. So remember, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.